Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. I am Pooja Dwivedi, and in this segment we are going to discuss all about objective questions related to current affairs. Now, if we talk about the previous question, let's solve it first. Consider the following statements regarding the Kargil War. Operation Vijay was launched by the Indian Army to throw back the intruders who had treacherously occupied Indian territory. No agreement was signed between India and Pakistan. We have to select the correct statement. So, with respect to Kargil War, yes, there was an agreement signed in the year 1999. So, we can't say that there was no agreement signed. And the first statement is correct, that Operation Vijay was launched by the Indian Army to throw back those Pakistani intruders who treacherously occupied the Indian territory. So, only the first statement being correct, the correct answer is option A. So, the 22nd anniversary of Kargil Vijay Divas was observed on the 26th of July 2021. The day is dedicated to the martyred soldiers of the Kargil War. In the year 1999, India and Pakistan signed the Lahore Agreement to mutually resolve the Kashmir issue in a peaceful manner. And however, the Pakistani troops began infiltrating towards Indian side of the line of control under Operation Badr. Hoping to cut off Indian troops in Siachen, Indian Army responded by launching Operation Vijay. Moving on 3rd May 1999, Pakistan started this war when it had infiltrated into the high altitudes in the Rocky Mountainous region of Kargil with around 5,000 soldiers and captured it. When the Indian government got the information about it, Operation Vijay was launched by the Indian Army to throw back the intruders. Okay, so let's move ahead. Tropical forests vulnerability index recently seen in the news measures which of the following? It measures the vulnerability of tropic forests to climate change. Okay, so option B is correct. According to a study, tropical forests are losing their capacity to cycle carbon and water. The new tracking system is called Tropical Forest Vulnerability Index and is considered a baseline for rainforests throughout the world. Tropical Forest Vulnerability Index tracks the vulnerability of global rainforests to climate change and land use. Consider the following countries: Peru, Ecuador, Uruguay, Bolivia. We have to select the countries which border Brazil. So, Brazil is bordered by Peru, Uruguay and Bolivia, but not Ecuador. So, the correct answer would be 1, 3 and 4. That is option C. Globally renowned for its natural beauty, Rio de Janeiro received a new international distinction as UNESCO added landscape architect Roberto Burle Marx's former home to its list of World Heritage Sites. Brazil has terrestrial boundaries with 9 countries of South America: Uruguay, Argentina, Paraguay, Bolivia, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, and Suriname, and with the French Department of Guinea. Moving on, consider the following statements regarding Earth Overshoot Day. Earth Overshoot Day falls every year on 29th of July, and the concept of Earth Overshoot Day was first conceived by the Worldwide Fund for Nature. We have to select the correct statement. No, there is not a fixed date for Earth Overshoot Day. It depends when the human needs for the resources of the earth exceeds the supply. So, it has been pushed back to 29th of July. So, the first statement is incorrect because it changes every year. The second statement is also incorrect because it was not conceived by the Worldwide Fund for Nature. So, none of them being correct. The correct answer would be option D, neither 1 nor 2. Recently, the WWF reported that the Earth Overshoot Day had shifted back to July 29th. The day marks the date when humanity's demand for ecological resources, fish forests, for instance, and services in a given year exceeds what the Earth can regenerate in that year. The concept of Earth Overshoot Day was first conceived by Andrew Sims of the UK think tank New Economics Foundation, which later partnered with Global Footprint Network. Moving on, with reference to the making water sensitive cities in Ganga Basin, consider the following statements. The initiative was launched by the National Mission for Clean Ganga. This initiative is aimed to ensure convergence of the Namami Gange mission with national flagship urban missions. So, we have to select the correct statement. Look at these two statements, both of them being correct. The correct answer would be option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, a new capacity building initiative on making water sensitive cities in Ganga Basin was launched by the National Mission for Clean Ganga in association with the Center for Science and Environment. The aim of the program is capacity building and action research for promoting sustainable water management, urban water management for improved river health in Ganga Basin cities. Consider the following sentences. International Tiger Day or Global Tiger Day is observed on 29th July every year as an agreement in New Delhi was held in the year 2010. It was decided by around 13 tiger range countries to come together and double the number of tigers by 2022. We have to select the correct statement. International Tiger Day or Global Tiger Day is observed on 29th July every year, and the agreement for that was signed in the year 2010, but not in New Delhi, but in Russia. So the first statement is incorrect. The second statement is definitely correct. The correct answer to this question would be option B, that is 2 only. International Tiger Day or Global Tiger Day is observed on 29 July every year. This is a historic day as several countries signed an agreement in the St. Petersburg Tiger Summit held in Russia in the year 2010. And it was decided by around 13 tiger range countries to come together to double the number of tigers by 2022. Moving ahead, consider the following sentences about Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children, Amendment Bill 2021, which was recently passed by the Parliament. The amendments include authorizing the Superintendent of Police, including the Deputy Superintendent of Police, to issue adoption orders under Section 61 of the JJ Act in order to ensure speedy disposal of cases and enhance accountability. Criteria for disqualification of the Child Welfare Committee's members have also been introduced to ensure that only the persons capable of rendering quality service with requisite competence and integrity are appointed to CWC. We have to select the correct statement. The first statement is definitely incorrect because the amendment has included authorizing the district magistrate and the additional district magistrate and not the SP and DSP. And so the first statement being incorrect, we should move on to the next to check its accuracy. The second is definitely correct. The correct answer would be option B, 2 only. Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Amendment Bill 2021. Parliament passes it recently. It has passed it. And recently the JJ Amendment Bill 2021, which seeks to amend the Juvenile Justice Act of 2015. It was passed by the Rajya Sabha as well. And the amendments includes authorizing DM, including additional DM, to issue adoption orders under Section 61 of the JJ Act in order to ensure speedy disposal of cases and enhance accountability. The eligibility parameters for the appointment of Child Welfare Committee members have been redefined. Criteria for disqualification, Child Welfare Committee's members have also been introduced to ensure that only the persons capable of rendering quality services with the requisite competence and integrity are appointed to CWC. Moving on, consider the following statements with respect to Dholavira. Dholavira is the 6th largest metropolis of Indus Valley civilization. The site contains ruins of an ancient IVC Harappan city and it comprises 2 parts, a walled city and a cemetery to the west of the city. We have to select the correct statement. Dholavira is not the 6th largest but the 5th largest metropolis. So, the first statement is incorrect, although the second statement is correct. The correct answer would be option B, 2 only. Recently, UNESCO has announced the Harappan city of Dholavira in Gujarat as India's 40th World Heritage Site. It is the first site of Indus Valley civilization in India to be included on the coveted list. India has 40 World Heritage Sites overall, which includes 32 cultural, 7 natural and 1 mixed property. Ramappa Temple was India's 39th World Heritage Site. Let's talk about Dholavira. It is one of the most remarkable and well-preserved urban settlements in South Asia. It was discovered in 1968 by archaeologist Jagat Patti Joshi. After Mohenjo-daro, Ganveriwala and Harappa in Pakistan and Rakhigadi in Haryana of India, Dholavira is the 5th largest metropolis of Indus Valley civilization. Moving ahead, the site contains ruins of ancient IVC Indus Valley civilization, that is Harappan city. It comprises 2 parts, a walled city and a cemetery to the west of the city. The walled city consists of a fortified castle, an attached fortified bailey and ceremonial ground, and a fortified middle town and a lower town as well. A series of reservoirs are found to the east and south of the citadel. Moving ahead, consider the following statements. Khagolshala Asteroid Search Campaign or KASC trains students of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas to detect asteroids. The campaign is an initiative of ISRO, the Government of India and the Space Foundation. Students get access to the real-time data from the PAN-STARRS, the Paranomic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System Telescope located in Hawaii. So we have to select the statement which is or are incorrect. Yes, Khagolshala asteroid search campaign. It trains students of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas to detect asteroids. The first statement is correct. The second statement is incorrect. Why? Because this campaign is an initiative of Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India and then of course the Space Foundation. Okay? So the second statement is incorrect. The third is correct, that students get access to the real-time data from pan-stars that is located in Hawaii. The correct answer would be option B, 2 only. 8 asteroids detected by 16 students of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas under the Khagolshala Asteroid Search Campaign 2021 were conferred the provisional status by the International Astronomical Search Collaboration. Khagolshala Asteroid Search Campaign or KASC trains students of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas to detect asteroids. Campaign is an initiative of the Office of Principal Scientific Advisor, Government of India and Space Foundation. Students get access to the real-time data from pan-stars, which is the Paranomic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System telescope located in Hawaii. They access these images and are trained in advanced data analytics to detect asteroids. Moving on, consider the following statements regarding Rafale. It is a French 4-engine and multi-role fighter aircraft designed and built by Dassault Aviation, being produced for both the French Air Force and for carrier-based operations in French Navy. It was introduced in the year 2012. India is the 4th country to have the strategic platform with Rafale after France, Egypt and Qatar. We have to select the statement which is or are incorrect. Okay, if we talk about Rafale, yes, India is the 4th country to have the strategic platform after France, Egypt and Qatar. This is correct. The first statement is incorrect because this, if we talk about Rafale, it is not a 4-engined multi-role fighter but a twin-engined. So the first statement is incorrect. See, you have to see these amount of details in every statement. That is why we are training your brain as such. And it was not introduced in 2012 but 2001. So the first and the second are incorrect. The correct answer would be option A, 1 and 2 only. Recently, India has now deployed the latest Omni-Role Rafale fighter jets close to the Sikkim, Bhutan, Tibet tri-junction on the eastern front with China. Introduced in the year 2001, the Rafale is a French twin-engine and multi-role fighter aircraft designed and built by Dassault Aviation, being produced for both the French Air Force and for carrier-based operations in the French Navy. India has inked Rs 59,000 crore deal in 2016 to procure 36 Rafale jets from French aerospace major Dassault Aviation after a nearly 7-year exercise to procure 126 medium multi-role combat aircraft for the Indian Air Force did not fructify. India is the 4th country to have the strategic platform with Rafale after France, Egypt and Qatar. Moving on, which of the following reports are published by IMF? So, Global Financial Stability Report and World Economic Outlook. These two are the reports by IMF. The correct answer is option A. Recently, the International Monetary Fund cut India's gross domestic product growth to 9.5% for 2021-22 from its earlier estimate of 12.5%, citing the impact of the second wave on the economy and recovery process. The IMF was set up along with the World Bank after the Second World War to assist in the reconstruction of war-ravaged countries. The two organizations were agreed to be set up at a conference in Bretton Woods in the US. Hence, they are known as Bretton Woods twins. Created in 1945, the IMF is governed by and accountable to the 189 countries that make up its near global membership. India joined on 27th December 1945. Reports, as we have already talked about, Global Financial Stability Report and World Economic Outlook. Moving ahead to the practice question. Consider the following sentences about Kanjivaram saris. Traditionally, the Kanjivaram is a sari that is usually hand-woven in cotton fabrics and has pure gold or silver zari that renders it a festive quality. It was originating from the village Kanchipuram in Kerala. We have to select the correct statement. So, I hope you'll be answering it correctly in the comment segment. That's it for today. Tomorrow, we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.